Hello everyone, my name is Alyssa Galgano. Currently, I am a student at New Jersey City University going for a master's degree in educational technology. This is a video I have created for a project that focuses on copyright confusion in education using a technique called Prakashka. For this project, the information I found can be traced back to a textbook called Copyright Clarity: How Fair Use Supports Digital Learning. It's by Renee Hobbs and was forwarded by a woman named Donna Alverman. According to the textbook, copyright is the owner's legal right to reproduce, display, transmit, or modify the work they have created. It's a type of author's right. Patent laws are in place to protect the work inventors have created. It is their intellectual property. You do not have to use the copyright symbol for work to be copyrighted. The purpose of copyright is to encourage society to form new ideas. However, we live in a day and age where many ideas are built off the ideas of other people, especially if these works are found on the internet. This usually takes place in educational settings. With this happening in classrooms all over the country, one would think that all teachers are well informed about the knowledge and their rights regarding copyright. Realistically, this is not found to be true. Most teachers do not inform other students about copyright laws because they themselves are not fully able to understand it. Many do not realize they are protected under a doctrine of fair use. Fair use is a part of copyright law that allows people to make legal use of copyrighted materials without payment or permission under some circumstances. This includes both teaching and learning environments. Copyright holders are aware that teachers are protected under fair use. However, this does not hold them back from steering teachers away from using their material. For example, occasionally copyright holders send teachers letters threatening legal action if they decide to continue using their work. This is a scare tactic, so teachers would immediately remove anything that would be considered to be copyrighted work. Copyright laws tend to be messy, long, and confusing, but it is because of this instilled fear some teachers and technology coordinators do not allow students to post in-class work online. This fear has the ability to be eliminated if educators knew the rights regarding fair use. It is important for all educators to learn their right to promote creative, interactive learning environments. Fair use is designed to promote all forms of creativity. It is not about the context of use, but the nature of use. Copyright laws are not just confined to the digital realm. It also protects the physical written work of authors. This means it is not legal to make large copies to be distributed of anything that can be bought. This goes for anyone, including teachers. For example, a teacher may buy a book or a textbook. Once in the teacher's possession, they are allowed to loan the book to people or sell the book to someone else. It is considered to be copyright if the teacher begins to make full copies of the textbook and hand them out to students in class as substitution for buying more copies of the original work. However, if a teacher possesses a book and wants to make a limited number of copies of specific material from that book, like a poem or different poems, and then hand them out to a class, this is covered under fair use because it is being used for teaching and learning. This is commonly done in schools on a regular basis. Teachers make copies of small useful content found in books and use them as handouts with the assumption that they could possibly be breaking copyright laws. For anyone watching this, you now know you are not breaking any copyright laws. All issues regarding copyright can be tricky, and fair use is a saving grace for teachers. However, there are circumstances that lawsuits do happen if certain procedures for claiming fair use is not properly followed. This may not be considered the most successful story regarding fair use, however, it is very important to know. This is Shepard Fairey. Behind him is an image that swept the nation during Obama's 2008 presidential campaign. Even though Fairey reconstructed the picture, he was not the one who took the original photograph. It was revealed that it was shot by a freelance photographer, Manny Garcia, who worked for the Associated Press as a freelance photographer. Fairey and the Associated Press went back and forth in a legal battle over rights of this poster. Fairey attempted to call fair use under this poster. However, he wound up lying about where he accessed the original photo and wound up pleading guilty to the court due to him destroying and tampering with documents while in this legal battle. The most interesting piece of information about this particular issue that the court ended without answering the question if he was covered under fair use. The entire outcome might have been different if Fairey didn't lie to the court. A good example of fair use will be this video project I am currently doing. my professor gave the class an assignment that involved us to inform others about copyright and fair use, to focus on the misconceptions by using examples, scenarios, pictures, the law, and best practices, while using the required technique he told us to follow. In this video, which is obviously made for both my class and the public to have access to, are full of pictures pulled off the internet. I did not seek permission to use any of them. I gave new meaning to the pictures within this project, on top of learning how to create a Prakashka in an educational setting. Therefore, I did not need permission because I am protected under the doctrine of fair use. From what we have reviewed, it is not an easy task balancing issues regarding copyright and fair use. According to Hobbes, copyright was designed to protect creative thinking, critical expression, and the spread of knowledge in a respectful manner. These laws are in place for a reason. However, it is important that you learn exactly what your rights are, especially if you are a teacher. With this protection of fair use, we are able to educate our students to explore their creativity and provide them with an abundance of resources available at our fingertips. Knowing these rights will give you the freedom to teach a classroom without the fear of breaking the law. Hopefully this video was able to clear up issues regarding fair use. If you still feel unsure about this topic or unsure what to do with the information you just received, do what I did and pick up the book Copyright Clarity. You will have the answers for the questions you have been asking yourself for many years. I hope all of you have enjoyed this presentation. Thank you very much for listening.